coming from a DJ background and a DJ who's I like to think that I do it all. Like, I've done parties, done touring, do mixtapes, and I like to do the turntablist stuff. I love scratching and been a fan of the DMC stuff and following that. The DJ is back in the day. It was the DJ first, and the DJ brought the MC with him as like the sidekick. Then, of course, it changed over the years, and now it's all about the guy rhyming and the DJs. A lot of these guys, the newer guys, they don't even have DJs, which is sad. So when I put this album out, it's like, okay, we're at a point now where the hip hop DJ is really kind of left behind. It's a lot about the electronic dance DJs. A lot of those guys aren't even really DJing. It's kind of like a light show and a guy doing exercise on stage, jumping jacks and stuff. It's really strange. So,
the video goes viral.
Yeah, but the video does great. Like, did you see him? He had fluorescent glasses with lights, and he was doing jumping jacks. It's so crazy. It sure is what it isn't. And so I wanted to pay homage to the guys that we grew up loving. We go to the park jams every year, where it's our chance to be around a Grand Wizard Theodore and a Jazzy J and Red Alert, and obviously OC knows and respects that. And he was one guy that I could trust that would. He always is my voice. When we do records, like, he says exactly what I wanted to say on the song. So that's why I definitely asked him to do this song. And we just felt like for the younger kids that might buy the stuff, like, it's good to show them the history and speak about it and still keep it alive. Like, I'm a tradition guy. I like trying to keep that vibe going. When I do the shows, I still scratch and cut it up, no matter what people say. Like, the girls don't like it. I'm like, no, they like it. They just didn't see anybody do it the right way, And it was important then to put it first, not to just hide it like near the the middle or the end. That's like, no, I want to highlight this. This is for us, and like he says, it's left up to the DJ. And I feel that a lot of the DJs, they don't really take their job serious, because you control what people hear and don't hear a lot of the time. And sometimes they just go and they're just playing a playlist, or they're being a jukebox. Like, yes, you have to cater to the crowd, but when I grew up, the DJ broke records. And now it's like you're the cool DJ if you just play the same records everybody else is playing, and that's silly to me. It's like the DJ should be a voice, and he should be a voice for the good artists that are trying to get out there. You have enough with the major labels and the program directors at radio stations fighting against trying to keep everybody out. So you would think that the DJs would step in and kind of help support these artists that are out in the streets with them, because a lot of the DJs, they come from the same places these artists come from. So I'm always trying to, promote the DJing part of it and push it. And another thing that's really important, and why I make these songs about DJs, is that since the DJs, there's not that many hip-hop DJs left, or DJs that still stick to playing the stuff that we like and appreciate. A lot of it is like stripper music, and it's just really a lot of nonsense. What happens is that a lot of the songs that are made, they're not made for DJs. See, if you listen to some records made in the 80s and 90s, there was all these... The reason that there was more hip-hop DJs cutting up these records and scratching them and doing those types of sets is because the records were made for that. There was like an intro with a drum roll or a hard hit or a sound or a bang where you could scratch that part. Now it's like it comes in as like some weird, overproduced R&B intro, some weird movie sample. The guy just starts rapping right away. There's nothing for the DJ to mix in. The guy rhymes to the end of the song, or it's like some weird stuff at the end of the song. It's not like, when you would listen to these other like sucker MCs. DJs love cutting that up. Why? Because it comes in, boom, pap, 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 pap. So everybody would do the routine with the beginning of that song. But now it's hard when a song comes in and it's just some guy with, singing a little bit. And it's like, well, what am I going to cut up? And then the flow of some of the records, they're not made for DJs. So it's kind of also trying to show the influence of, like, look, these guys were cutting up these records because they were made for DJs. That's another reason that newer hip-hop vinyl doesn't sell as much as old-school hip-hop vinyl and breaks still. Because DJs have more fun spinning that stuff. The newer stuff, it's harder to spin because it's not really geared for a DJ. It's meant for an iPod listen, or it's meant for a Pandora listen. It's meant to just, you click on your laptop and you listen to it, but it's not really meant for to be put in a mix. and that's kind of really hurting the hip hop DJ as well. So I'm always going to keep paying homage to the DJs and trying to push that on people and keep that going. So that's why that song's on there. I kept it to under a 3-day minimum.